This is especially for all you little ones out there who want Nanny to tell you a story. And today's story is about a cheeky but brave little mouse who outtricks the hungry animals that are out to eat him. There was once a cheeky mouse who, one day walking through the deep dark wood, all of a sudden a sly old fox saw the mouse, and the mouse looked good. The fox tried to befriend the mouse and said, "Where are you going to, dear little mouse? Why don't you join me for lunch in my underground house?" Well, the mouse knew what the fox was trying to do and said, "That's awfully thoughtful and kind of you, fox, but no." At this point, the mouse had to think quickly. "I'm going to have lunch with a griffalo." The fox looked confused and said, "A griffalo? What's a griffalo?" Mouse said, "A griffalo? Why, didn't you know? He has scary tusks and scratchy claws and big sharp teeth in his terrible jaws." Now Fox was getting a little scared and said, Where are you meeting him?" "Here, by these rocks." Mouse grinned and said, "And his favourite food is roasted fox." "Roasted fox? I'm off," Fox said. "Goodbye, little mouse." And away he sped. Mouse laughed and said, "Silly old fox, doesn't he know there is no such thing as a griffalo?" The little mouse, smiling to himself, carried on walking through the deep dark wood, when swooping down an owl saw the mouse, and the mouse looked good. Pretending to be friendly, the owl said, "Where are you going to, dear little mouse? Why don't you stop and have tea in my treetop house?" The cheeky mouse said, "Do you know, it's frightfully kind of you, owl, but no, you see, I'm off to have lunch with a griffalo." The owl had never heard of a griffalo and said, "A griffalo? A griffalo? What's a griffalo?" Mouse grinned and said, "A griffalo? Why, didn't you know? He has wobbly knees and very strange toes, and a poisonous spot at the end of his nose." At this, Owl felt a bit afraid and said, where are you meeting him?" Mouse chuckled and replied, "Here, by this stream, and guess what? His favourite food is owl ice cream." Owl stared and opened his beak and said, Owl ice cream? To-wit, to-woo! Goodbye, little mouse." And away Owl flew. Mouse laughed and said, "Silly old owl, doesn't he know? There's no such thing as a griffalo." On went the mouse through the deep dark wood, and all of a sudden a slithering snake saw the mouse and thought the mouse looked good. "Aha! Where are you going to, little brown mouse? Why not come with me for a feast in my log pile house?" Mouse replied, "How kind and wonderfully good of you, snake. But no, I have to hurry, as I'm having a feast with a griffalo." Snake looked surprised and said, "A griffalo? What's a griffalo?" Mouse chuckled and said, "A griffalo? Why, didn't you know? His eyes are red, his tongue is black, and has spiky prickles all down his back." The slithering snake said, Where are you meeting him?" Mouse said, "Oh, didn't I say, here, by this lake? And his favourite food is, what was it now? Scrambled snake." Snake's eyes nearly popped out of his head. "Scrambled snake? It's time I hid. Goodbye, little mouse." And away Snake slid. Silly old snake. Why doesn't he know there's no such thing as a griffer? But what was this creature walking along? Mouse looked and looked. Oh no, he thought. Who is this creature with scratchy claws and sharp teeth in his terrible jaws? His knees are wobbly and very strange toes and a poisonous spot at the end of his nose. His eyes are red and his tongue is black and spiky prickles all down his back. Somebody help me. Oh no, it is a Griffalo. The Griffalo looked at the mouse and said, my favourite food, and you'll look good on a slice of bread. The clever little mouse thought quickly and said, Good? Don't call me good, because you have just met the scariest creature in this wood. Walk behind me and you'll see. Everyone is afraid of me. The Griffalo said, bursting with laughter, You go on and I'll follow after. They walked along and the Griffalo said, Wait, I can hear hissing in those leaves ahead. Mouse cheekily said, Oh, it's only Snake. Snake, hello. But Snake took one look at the Griffalo. Oh, crikey, Snake said, Goodbye, little mouse. And off he slid to his log pile house. Mouse said, Well, what do you think? I told you so. Amazing, said the Griffalo. They carried on walking till the Griffalo said, I think I hear a hooting up in the trees ahead. Don't worry, it's only Owl, Mouse said. Why, Owl, hello. Well, Owl took one look at the Griffalo. Oh dear, Owl said, Goodbye, little mouse. And off he flew to his treetop house. You see, said the mouse, I told you so. Astounding, exclaimed the Griffalo. They continued their walk till the Griffalo said, I'm sure I hear feet on the path ahead. Oh, it's only Fox, said the mouse. Why, Fox, hello. Fox just took one look at the huge Griffalo. Oh no, help, he cried. Goodbye, little mouse. And off he ran to his underground house. Mouse said, Well, what do you think now, Griffalo? You see, everyone is afraid of me. Mouse stood back and rubbed his belly and said, But now my tummy's beginning to rumble. And do you know what? My favourite food is Griffalo crumble. Griffalo crumble? The Griffalo said, and quick as the wind he turned and fled. All was quiet in the deep dark wood. Clever little mouse found a nut, and the nut was good. Join me next time for another story with Nanny.